So, Mark, we're getting very close. Of East of the River comic book and collectible show. Our friend Scott Pellin, this is going to be the big one. We haven't had one in a whole year.
Oh,
June
man.
27th, 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Admission's only $1, and early bird starts at 8 a.m. for $3. But Mark, with all that being said, where the hell is this thing going to be?
Well, Brian, it's going to be at the biggest location that East of the River's comics and collectibles show has ever been. It's going to be at Sports on 66, an indoor sports facility at 265 West High Street at the intersection of routes 66 and 16 in East Hampton, Connecticut.
Nice. For
more info, or if you need any info about the show, either message Scott Pellin, who is the guy putting the whole show on, or East of the River Comics and Collectibles show on Facebook.
Right. And just so everybody knows, face covering is still required for the show.
Yes.
Safety is number one, and we hope to see you there because I will be there, Free Lunch Studios will be there, and over 65 vendors will be there. So you're gonna get your money's worth. Bring all that money you haven't spent in the last year and bring it with you.
All that money you've been saving up because you haven't got any shows.
Right.
Brian's waiting to take it all from you.
This is the one, baby. So we'll see you there June 27th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at East of the River Comic Book and Collectible Show.
Sports on 66, East Hampton, Connecticut. We'll see you there. Hello, welcome. Geekonomics, we're back. Brian did not watch Army of the Dead, so we're not be talking about it today. I'm very mad about it. We'll get into that later on the show. But anyways, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Brian, how are you, you jerk face?
I'm doing so good because I did not watch Army of the Dead, and I punked Mark into watching it. No, I mean, in all honesty, I have been looking forward to watching this movie. Now, it came out Friday.
It did.
And just one of those weekends where I'm doing things had to get done and I just didn't have the time. And then I saw the runtime, and I'm not a night owl, so I was like, maybe I could watch this Friday or Saturday night. But 10 o'clock rolls around, we're getting tired. I am not watching a 2-hour and 30-minute movie at 10 o'clock.
No, you definitely need to be coherent to watch this because it's a deep movie with a lot of great writing and acting that you have to concentrate on what's going on.
First of all, I know it's a summer blockbuster. It's just a stupid movie. Like, it's a stupid fun movie, I guess. I'm going to watch it this week.
Stupid for sure. Fun, debatable.
All right. I'm going to watch it this week. We'll talk about it next week. I'm sorry, Mark. Life just got the best of me this weekend. So
next time you see Claire, you're gonna have to ask her what it was like right after I watched the movie. Okay. So I went downstairs, and she was the first person I saw after I watched it, of course. And I verbally unloaded my feelings about Army of the Dead.
All right, keep it. Put a pin in that for next week. Beyond watching that movie, Mark, anything else that's notable you'd like to share with everybody?
I checked out the Mutants. It's on HBO Max now.
Yeah.
So check that out over the weekend as well.
I want to hear about the Mutants.
I know a lot of people said it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I know you're not gonna watch it.
You'll
watch it in like 5 years, like everything else. But no, it's not terrible. What made me think about watching it is the girl who was in it was the host of Saturday Night Live over the weekend. So
right,
I was like, oh, I remember that movie. Excuse me. So it popped up on the old suggested things you should watch on my HBO Max. So I was like, oh, let me check this out because it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
it's that weird movie that was in purgatory after the whole Disney buying Fox situation. I wanted to see what the actual deal with it was. I definitely could see where they were going with the movie.
Yeah.
Like it was setting up like them basically reopening up the X universe is what they're aiming for it to be. And they kind of hinted at stuff that happened in Logan because this actually was filmed before Logan, I guess, or done like time wise in the timeline. It happens before Logan because the doctor that's in it is also the doctor in Logan.
Well,
I don't remember how this all worked out.
It wasn't filmed before Logan. It was filmed afterwards, but they
Yeah,
tied it in. They tied
yeah,
it in.
they tied in like she was the doctor in Logan.
Yeah.
That had where X-23 was, the kid was.
Wow.
She was a doctor there. So I don't know if there's like a duplicate situation or something, but whatever. I couldn't really remember that movie, so I was trying to remember it because I referenced it. I'm like, what happened in that movie? But no, they like the Essex Corporation is the connection, the big connection there, and there's like a silent bad in the background and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which come to find out, looking into it after the fact, I guess the original thought process was Mr. Sinister was going to be the big bad in Logan.
Yeah.
But at the last minute, they scrapped it and went without it. So he was going to show up in this movie and be the big bad. But they decided they wanted to wait until the next movie to make him the bad. So they kind of like set up as he's like the omnipresent villain in the background. Like the doctor that runs the hospital reports to this being that says it's her, boss, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was PG-13, so that like the scares weren't crazy. It definitely leans into like the younger generation, like younger viewer.
Yeah.
Because like Thunderman's referenced and stuff like that. So, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either. But I mean, you could definitely see like why it got shelved because really out of it's nothing that Marvel would do on its own.
Right.
With X-Men. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It was very strange. It's a very strange film. Like it's just a weird purgatory film, really, is what it should be called. Because they're just like it's like trapped in the place where there's nothing that's ever gonna happen after it.
Right.
So it's like whatever they built to it's like non-existent because you never see like the continuation of the story.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a one and done.
Yeah. But it was made to be a something to move to the next thing because it takes place the way they tell the story. There's like that thing with Logan and that whole story, and then like these new mutants are coming in, and they're trying to like, and then like the end of the movie they like leave the hospital. So there's like we're building towards something, and then there's like you're never gonna know that something because Disney bought it, and then Disney's not gonna make another one. So
right. The release date was supposed to be April 13th, 2018.
Yeah.
So this movie's been, in purgatory hell.
So it didn't even come out until like right at the beginning of the pandemic, right?
Right. It came out in 2020. So that's how long it sat on the shelf.
Yeah.
And it got pushed constantly. I mean, there was reshoots, and they were constantly pushing it.
Because it's kind of crazy too. Because there's some like, well, now big size like big named actors like at the time.
Yeah.
The girl from Queen's Gambit wasn't as big as she is now.
Yeah.
She's in it. The kid from Stranger Things
is in it.
And Maisie Williams is the big name of it.
The girl from Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna Taylor-Joy.
That's her name, yes, thank you.
And then Charlie Heaton.
Yeah.
And then Williams. I mean, they were kind of up. I mean, those three alone are all known from, well, Anna Taylor-Joy was in a lot of indie films. She was in The Witch, which was really good.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, they were kind of up and comers in a way.
Well, yeah, this is supposed to be like Maisie Williams' first thing after Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
When it was originally supposed to come out.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well,
But
I have no really interest. I was really excited for that movie when it first was announced, and I loved the trailer, and I was really looking forward to it. I mean, maybe I'll give it a go.
it's a cool concept. I mean, say if you get the time,
Yeah,
it's not 2 hours and 30 minutes, so I'm sure you have time to fit it into your busy schedule.
I will. I will try. I'll watch it. Maybe put it on in the background during the summer sometime
Yeah.
when I'm working. Um, well, that's cool. Anything else, Mark? Other than your...
Just Claire and I are slowly getting through the This is a Robbery on Netflix, the Boston Museum art theft documentary that's on
Yeah.
Netflix. We're getting through that. It's really good. I really want to go to that museum and see where everything happened. It's very cool. The story is very not cool, but I mean the way they're doing it in the building looks really cool. It's very set in like a naturey kind of setup and everything. It's very, very crazy, like very neat looking building that I want to check out. But so we're watching that. Besides that, just had like a nice, quiet weekend. Didn't really do anything.
It was a warm one. We had a little heat wave
stayed
there.
inside, put the air conditioner in.
What I know, I put the ACs in already, and I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah, I know. I broke down. I was like, I'm not.
Today's beautiful. Today's a beautiful day. For me, I did watch the first 2 episodes of Marvel's M.O.D.O.K. Am I saying that right?
M.O.D.O.K.
M.O.D.O.K. Really funny, really enjoyable. M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K.
Yes. Not M.O.D.O.K.
M.O.D.O.K. It's not a word I hear a lot. I see it.
Well, it's an
acronym.
That's what it is. Yes. Thank you.
Anyway, Patton Oswalt plays him.
Yes.
It's the same people who do Robot Chicken, so it's not animated, but it's like kind of like it's. I'm sure there's elements of CG in there, but it's
motion capture.
Yeah, it's a Robot Chicken like.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Like
it's
action figure-y kind of.
Yeah. I really like it. I'll probably watch the rest throughout the week. There's 8 episodes, about a half hour each. Really funny. Totally worth checking out. And then on top of that, me and Allison are excited for the Friends reunion this Thursday.
Oh, I saw the trailer for it.
Oh man, I made Allison watch it.
It's like white person party time. It's like it's something that you would assume would be sponsored by White Claw.
I guess. I mean,
was
more
the Friends reunion sponsored by White Claw.
For me, I was more like, oh my god, look at how old they look.
Yeah, look how fat Matt LeBlanc got.
Yeah, and Joey. But at the same time, we all got old too.
Yeah.
But because I watch Friends on repeat, and I'll have it on in the background, and like I've seen these episodes a million times.
Yeah.
They always look, in my mind, they've always looked that young.
Yeah.
But I will say the only person, in my opinion, that hasn't aged in that trailer is
David Schwimmer?
Lisa Kudrow. She looks the same. She looks great.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer Aniston. I mean,
she still looks good. She definitely looks good.
Come on.
But
We Are the Millers. She aged just right.
We watched the trailer and we're like, oh my god, it's weird. Joey, he looks like he ate a lot of sandwiches.
Yeah, looked like he finally got to those Italian sandwiches.
He loves the sandwiches. So we're gonna watch it this Thursday. I'm excited to check it out because they're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff.
Now, is this like for charity or something that they're doing this, or is it just for money?
What do you think, Mark? Of course, it's for money.
Well, because it says like the trailer I saw said like Friends Unite for Friends. So I don't know if there was like some kind of charitable connection.
I have no idea.
That's the name of it. So I don't know if there was some kind of like.
I think it's a play on words.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All I know is there are going to be a lot of celebrity cameos that were on the show. They're going to make appearances, but the one person they left out is Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd marries Phoebe.
Marries Lisa Kudrow's character. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was on the show for the good last season or two.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a featured player, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there a lot. So it's interesting that he's not part of it. Maybe
did they say that he wasn't a part of it, or they're just like
he's not on that list? There's a list of all the cameos.
Maybe surprise announcement.
I'm hoping. maybe they filmed this.
Maybe he's not like an in-person thing. Maybe like he dropped a video or something.
I don't know. All I know is they filmed this. He could have been doing Ant-Man.
He could have been. Yeah.
He could have been. Or maybe it could be a surprise.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's a surprise.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I love my music. And this past week, I've been high rotation for me. The new St. Vincent album is amazing. The new Black Keys, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the new 21 Pilots album is pretty good so far. I've listened to it a couple times. I think out of the three, Black Keys is like right up there with the new Foo Fighters with me. It's phenomenal.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
Check it out.
But yeah, that's been my week. A lot of work stuff happening, so it's just been one of those weeks. The new Internals trailer dropped today.
This morning, even.
Yeah, so we get to watch it together, Mark.
Okay.
So, and we're not going to share it because of copyright problems. So if you haven't watched the trailer, pause us, watch it, and then unpause us and join us about what we're going to talk about after we watched it. I do want to bring up, we got a copyright strike on Facebook for our Christmas episode because we played Christmas music.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was so funny. I'm like, well, so
thanks, Ariana Grande.
So no, now here's something before we
got married this week over the past week. So congratulations to you. Hopefully it lasts a long, long time.
Who did?
Ariana Grande.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Who's she married?
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, but she got married.
It just happened to, I think it popped up all over the interwebs for like a micro, it happened, and I was like, oh, she got us a strike on copywriting because we played
she didn't.
30 seconds of a song 3 years ago.
No. So what happened is there has been a change in copyright law with the music industry. There is a couple good YouTube videos all about it, and I did some research. Basically, the old model that hasn't changed since the 90s with the music companies, they're cracking down on anybody who uses, you would consider fair use. Be like, I'm going to promote an album, and I might play a clip.
Here's an album I like. Here's a bit of a song that you might want to check out.
The record companies, nope. You play that, you owe us money.
We don't want that. We don't want you promoting our music for free.
Right.
Because we don't trust the radios so happening. We want people to be using that instead.
So big time on Twitch. What happens is people play live video games, and sometimes in said video game, there is copyrighted music.
Well, like Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, but I guess the last Call of Duty, there was a
there was a huge song in that. Yeah,
there's a huge song, so people would play it. Now these streams happened a year ago. Now those streams are getting taken down and flagged by the music group that licensed that song out.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Are you kidding me? I did that a year ago, and you're flagging it now?"
Yeah, what was ours, like 5-6 years ago when we did that?
Right. So we got flagged for 2 episodes on our Podbean account, and that's why. Because they are just cracking down big time. And
in other words, the music industry sucks.
Right. They just want money. They
just want all your money. They want you to buy music, even though you can go on Amazon and listen to it for free as long as you pay Amazon or Spotify or any of those other places. You can just listen to music.
Free. Nothing's free.
Or just turn the radio on and listen to it for free. But God forbid you play 30 seconds of a song on your podcast. Yeah. They will find you and they will take it down.
Yes.
Because they have nothing else better to do with their lives. Because they're definitely not promoting new music or getting actual bands out on anything and promoting them. So, God forbid someone else tries to do it.
It's they just haven't updated the way they do things. It sucks. I agree. But anyway, that's why. So we're not going to show you or play this trailer.
Yes. So no more fun stuff on the podcast is basically what we're saying.
Yeah.
We're going to have no more fun things on here. The music industry has made it a no fun zone.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We can get around it. All right. We're going to watch this new Internals trailer. together separately, and then we're going to talk about it after we
Yes.
watch. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so we just watched the trailer to Internals. I'm glad we don't have, because that song would just get us flagged right away.
So much trouble for that. We'd get flagged like crazy.
Um,
Isn't the guy that was in that one of the Eternals the sidekick for Doctor Strange?
Well, I don't think he is, because none of these people are supposedly in hiding, is what they told us. They've never interfered with anything until now.
But there's one guy that's the same actor.
IMDb it.
I'm IMDbing it right now.
Because I think I know what you're talking about, but I believe it's a different person. But
if it is, it's like amazing lookalike.
I could be totally wrong. It's a good God, Mark. Good trailer. It didn't give us a lot.
Oh no, it just looks exactly like him. That's crazy.
Okay. It didn't give us much. I mean, it's a pretty trailer. It's got the music.
Teaser trailer, yeah. It's not like an actual trailer.
Yeah, it felt like a teaser. They have the little humor at the very end.
Yeah. About
who would
take over the Avengers.
And one of them says, maybe I can. And they'll laugh at them.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like they were gonna give us that little bit of humor in there.
Yeah, I know nothing about the Eternals.
Me neither.
And so far, this trailer has done nothing to make me want to watch this movie.
I kind of agree with you. I'm still gonna go see it. I'll still go see it.
It's like, yeah, okay.
It's part of the MCU. Of course, I'll go see it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing that's like, oh man, I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Very bland.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one.
And Angelina Jolie is no one that ever drags me to a movie in the first place. But I mean, you didn't hear her speak once during the whole thing. You heard Selma Hayek. But I don't know.
Wait, Selma Hayek is in this?
Yeah. She was the other girl that was running around there.
Oh. Angelina Jolie, to me, is not a great actress.
No, I know. I'm not a huge fan of hers either.
I will avoid
Jon Snow's in it. I saw Jon Snow.
Yeah, Kit Harington. He's great.
Yeah, and then the other guy that was the guy that said he would take over the Avengers, he was in...
Yeah, why does he look familiar? What's he from?
He was in Game of Thrones.
Yes, he played his brother.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. And then Cavill, which I love. He's hilarious. He's a funny guy. He got really in shape for this movie. I'm more excited for him and get to see him.
I would just like to see what the movie's about. Like, that showed nothing about what the movie actually is about.
Well, what it's about is these guys have lived. It's weird. Like, all these people have their pockets. They don't like Black Panther. They live in a dome. They don't leave.
Yeah.
All these
they'll have little like sections of the world that they live in that no one gets involved in anything.
It's like Wonder Woman. She got the Amazon place. Yeah. It's a little pocket. So they got this little pocket village, and they're not getting involved with anything until they're forced to. It sort of reminds me of Black Panther, where they don't get involved and help anybody else.
What's going to be the thing that forces them? Like, has anyone never like mentioned what the big bad is in this, or what the
Well, we saw a ship.
For them?
We saw a ship coming in.
That was their ship.
Is it?
Yes, they were on the ship. The next scene was the young guy from Game of Thrones and the Asian girl.
So, what was the whole village? What were they doing?
That's where they just decided to
live.
They picked that spot to live, and they just like. It's on an island.
Well, they're internal, so they live.
Yeah, they decided to make that island their like home.
Okay, so they have lived throughout history. They know about all the goings on, but they stay out of it.
Yeah.
But with the snapping and the certain Avengers leaving is probably budging them to do something. I have to think. I don't know. There's no big bad announced. I don't know who the big bad is.
Yeah, unless one of them decides to turn bad or something.
It was very like no action really. Just a lot of
running around, a lot
doing
of people
like
making things
and showing
looked like a commercial for Forge of Empires. Is what it looked like.
Yeah. And there's a romance going
Build your
on.
empire. Be an eternal. You are one that's going to live forever. But in your video game, Age of Empires, you will build many empires. They will collapse. You build them again.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all it looked like.
Yeah.
They started as a little tiny village in like medieval time, like Stone Age times, and then like they had like a castle, and then like that's gonna fall apart, and then it's gonna make a city.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll watch it. It'll be good.
I need more. Is what I would say.
I agree. I mean, I like the last trailer more we watched of what was the last one?
Shang-Chi. Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah, that was good. I like that trailer a lot. This trailer just didn't move the needle for me.
This is like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
this is like the thing I've been worrying about for a while now is that Marvel's finally just gonna like mail one in and just gonna be like, well, here's Eternals.
I don't think so.
There you go. You'll watch anything. Enjoy this.
Listen, they haven't.
We need a story mover. This one's gonna move the story. So here you go.
Yeah, there has been story movers.
We focused more on the TV shows this year than we did in the movies. So
well, this movie's supposed to come out last year. So
yeah,
this movie's been in the can for a while.
Yeah.
Well, that happened. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I do have some movie news.
Okay.
The box office overseas, Fast 9 did $162 million overseas.
Is that out?
Overseas.
Oh.
It's not. I think it comes out this weekend here.
Oh.
I'm not quite sure.
It's a movie about great genetics because somehow Vin Diesel's parents in the movie not only gave birth to Vin Diesel's character, but also gave birth to John Cena's character.
A brother
who look nothing alike.
I know a brother that he just said he had 9 movies in.
9 movies in, they finally decided to bring him out.
But it's always been about family, but not his family.
Not his family.
Just unblooded family.
Yes.
Saturday Night Live.
I saw the commercial. Yeah, I saw the thing with Blake Bennett's Vin Diesel is amazing.
The Saturday Night Live parody of AMC movie theater using Van Diesel is really funny because they just have the voiceovers the movies, the popcorn, the stuff smell, that comes out of the cheese. The stuff that comes out of the pump machine that sort of looks like butter, but you're not sure if it is butter. The sticky floors.
The movies.
And then the woman's like, you have to wear a mask the whole time.
Watch your movies at home.
With no mask on. It'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so true. It's so true. But it was really funny. But I've seen the original, and it's just Van Diesel. Yeah, the movies are coming back. We're gonna bring it back. Fast 9, baby.
Fast 9. Watch me and John Cena be brothers.
We're gonna be brothers from another mother.
Yeah, no, the commercial came on over the weekend. We were watching something, and Claire's like, "What happened with these movies? Like when, like, they jumped the shark a long time ago, and they're just like,
oh yeah,
so far over that shark at this point." Then I had to explain what jumping the shark meant because Claire didn't know what that meant. So,
did you show her the episode of Happy Days?
No, I just explained it.
Well, that's where it came from.
I know.
Fonzie
jumps the shark.
For people who don't know,
yeah,
Fonzie jumps a shark on Happy Days.
Well, the whole thing was Happy Days was towards the end of its run.
Yeah, it was a May Sweet. They were trying
to get people to watch the show.
Yeah,
and they came up with the idea of outside of Arnold's, they were gonna have a great white shark in a tank, and Fonzie was gonna jump the shark. And that was going to be like a big thing. And the big thing was, would he survive jumping a shark? And he does. And he did. And it did nothing to boost ratings. And then the show was like canceled like not long after that. So the thing is, then it became a TV term, jumping the shark. Because it's like you're like just throwing things at the wall basically to see what works.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what the Fast and Furious movies basically are.
Well, they jumped the shark a long time ago.
Like, it's so weird that this movie is called F9, the F9. Fast Saga.
Yeah. And the
Like they ran
trailer,
out of things to call the movies at this point. They're like, F9. That's what it's called. This a letter and a number, and then the Fast Saga, because people know what that means.
because they're trying to do the whole Skywalker saga because it's
Yeah,
9 episodes,
sure.
9 movies. So in the
You know, this
trailer,
isn't the last one though.
I know they
They're gonna keep
use
making these until Vin Diesel's,
Mark.
in a wheelchair and he's gonna be
Yes,
fast and geriatric.
they use magnets. It's so ridiculous. So they're driving and they hit the switch on the car.
Yeah, and the cars like pull into each
things
other.
come flying into the car, and then they go the opposite. Everything goes flying
Yeah,
outward.
and turn the magnets back off.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, if you had magnets in your car, you would just crush yourself. That thing is going to get destroyed.
Yeah, well, they have
everything.
really good metal on the outside of the car, Brian.
I don't know, man. It's so stupid.
I don't think I've seen one of these movies since
I've never seen any of them.
Tokyo Drift maybe was probably the last one I saw.
I've never seen one frame of a Fast movie.
I saw the first one.
It's
a car movie, so I was I'm in the cars, so I've checked that out. And then I watched Tokyo Drift when I was like, why is this a different person? Why aren't we in a different story all of a sudden? Why isn't this connected to the last movie I saw?
Well, I hate to tell you, Tokyo Drift came later because there was still Fast 1, Fast 2.
No, it was Fast 1, then Tokyo Drift, then Too Fast, Too Furious came after that.
No. I think Tokyo Drift was the third one.
No, it was the second one.
Let's look it up. Fast movies in order. Okay, Fast and the Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious. Then the turbocharged, I think that's a game. The Fast and the Furious. Fast and Furious.
Because the Tokyo Drift doesn't fall really in the timeline, I believe.
I don't know where Tokyo.
Because Vin Diesel nor Paul Walker were in.
Nope, Tokyo Drift is the third movie.
Okay. Whichever.
Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Fast and Furious.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, there was some reasoning behind, like, the Tokyo Drift movie. Like, there was, like, a contract dispute or something, and they couldn't get...
But they bring the guy who was in there into the main movies.
No. The only guy that came over was the Japanese guy who dies.
Yes, I know. But Drift. Now he's back.
Now he's back, and he's in the regular...
Yes.
But the rest of the movie is, like, not, like, mentioned ever. Like, nothing else in the movie is mentioned.
Then you had Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, The Fate of the Furious.
Wasn't 7 the one that Paul Walker dies?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the last one he was in.
He was 2015. The Fate of the Furious. Then you had Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes.
And then now you have Fast and Furious 9.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
After 7, I think it kind of went off the rails. Like, after...
They should have really stopped after Paul Walker died.
Well, they did, like, a perfect ending for it and everything. Like, he drives one way, and Dominic Toretto drives the other way.
And they used Paul Walker's brother.
Yeah.
And
then, like, they ended it in a nice thing, and then, like, they brought everyone back.
I was really hoping that would be the end of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it makes too much money.
Charlie Puth wrote a nice song for it and everying, which we can't play on the show. But it was a really good song. You should check it out sometime if you can ever find music anywhere anymore. But yeah.
That's Fast 9 for you, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it did buck.
They always do big overseas, those movies.
It's going to do very big here, too.
They always do huge in Japan for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Japan, they love those movies.
Yeah.
That's a problem with big budget films now. We basically, for the last couple of years now, we literally just make big budget movies that will really go well over in Japan and China.
Yeah.
And so it's like you're making a movie, but you're really making a movie to make money over there.
Yeah.
Because it's like the second biggest thing for box office.
Yeah.
They're the second biggest and they're open, so people can go to the movies there. So
well, not in Japan, but in China.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Anyway, other news: Henry Cavill. This is going to be interesting. They're in talks with him about potentially doing a Highlander reboot for Lionsgate.
I thought he was. Isn't he else like in The Witcher still? Is that still happening?
Yes, he finished
Okay.
Witcher season 2 already.
Talk about shows that like that's one thing I don't like about the Netflix stuff is that it takes forever to get another season out.
Well,
By the
because
time you
you
get the
watch it
second
in a
season, you have
weekend.
to rewatch the first season because you'd forgotten everything that happened.
Well, that's the problem. It all drops, so you can watch it in a weekend, and you get a
Yeah.
whole year. Usually, you
Like
watch
Jupiter's Legacy.
it spans 8 weeks, so
Yeah.
you chop off that 8 weeks at least.
Yeah.
But with binging, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, I liked the Highlander series, to be honest with you, and I think he would be a good fit. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to be a series.
I think it'd be movies. I think it'd be like there were more movies. The TV show was a different.
Yes, it was a series of movies and a
Yeah.
TV show.
Like Sean Connery was in Highlander.
Yes.
Yeah.
The original starred Christopher Lambert and Connor McLeod.
Yes,
A
McLeod. Connor McLeod.
Scottish warrior born in the 16th century who basically is immortal.
Yeah.
After he dies in battle, only to come back to life after he dies in battle. And Sean
Yeah, the
Connery
only way
played his mentor.
Yeah, the only way you can kill them is if you chop their heads off.
Right. And I think it was a great series, and it sounds like this is going to be a movie.
I would think it'd be better in movie form.
Yeah. The guy who directed the John Wick movie will be directing.
That's good action. He's a good action director.
Yeah, he really is.
I've only seen one of those movies, and I can't watch any more of them because Claire won't watch them.
First one is so amazing. I love the first one. I own the rest of them, and I still haven't watched them. I own 2 and 3.
They're on USA like every weekend, so I mean,
I love those movies.
I hear it every time, like John Wick this weekend on USA. It's like, okay.
It's like TBS. They show the same movie over and over again. So Mark, last night the Billboard Awards happened.
They did. I caught the tail end of it.
The Weeknd was the big winner, baby.
Yeah, well, he should be because he should have won at the Emmys or at the Grammys. They didn't even he's like the music industry's stupid. So there you go.
Top artist, The Weeknd.
Yes.
And then top male artist, The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Top female artist,
The Weeknd. Oh.
Taylor Swift. Top duo group, BTS.
Weeknd. Oh.
The Weeknd.
There's 2 days in the weekend, so I figured it'd be a duo.
Top Billboard 200 artists went to Taylor Swift.
Oh, well, there you go.
Top 100 artists went to The Weeknd. Drake got top streaming song. Top song sales artist, BTS.
Of course.
Top radio song artist, The Weeknd. Top social artist, fan voted, BTS. Top R&B, The Weeknd. Top R&B male, The Weeknd.
This is just like had The Weeknd just stand up there and just like give them all the awards at once.
Pretty much.
Just saved everyone 2 hours or whatever it was.
Morgan Wallen won for country artist and male artist.
Which is crazy because I thought he was canceled.
Whoa. Is that the guy?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Oh, well, geez. I don't know. I don't pay attention that much.
You'll never see him in North Korea. They banned mullets and skinny jeans.
Top rock artist, which is an interesting group because it's AC/DC, AJR, Five Finger Death Punch, Machine Gun Kelly, and 21 Pilots. And
Machine Gun Kelly won.
Oh, God.
That's what happens when you have kids in charge of things. Hey, he's opening up the Big E, so.
Hey, Big E, baby.
Get your tickets now.
Lady Gaga got for top dance electronic artist.
Did she release anything in the past year?
Dude, I have no idea.
I couldn't even tell you.
Top R&B album, The Weeknd. That's a great album.
How'd the Foo Fighters not get in there for rock album? Didn't they just release an album? Was it be for this year?
It would have been. Okay, top rock album, AC/DC, Miley Cyrus, Glass Animals, Machine Gun Kelly, and Bruce Springsteen. And Machine Gun Kelly won.
I don't understand that at all.
How was Miley Cyrus plastic? It was not considered a rock album. I wouldn't consider that a rock album.
Neither was Machine Gun Kelly's.
Yeah, well, I don't know why the
Isn't he a rap album?
The Foo Fighters should have been in there, I think.
Did it not, like, with the Foo Fighters being like this like the next year's
I don't know when
Billboard.
I don't know when the cutoff is. That's
I
a
think
good
that's how it
question.
would work because I think it's only do it for the year. They don't do it like these awards are for 2020, not
Maybe.
for 2021 because that make no sense since you have half the year still.
The Weeknd got top radio song with Blinding Lights.
Yeah.
The Weeknd got the top R&B song. Top rap song went to someone. Hold on, top rock song. You had AJR with Bang, All Time Low, Glass Animals, Machine Gun Kelly, 21 Pilots. AJR won with Bang. I don't know if I call that a rock song though. I mean, I like it, but it's not a rock song, in my opinion.
Mm.
Anyway, that's it. It's it is what it is. We're getting old. This is it's a young
Yeah.
person's game. But speaking of an old person's game, the 2021 inductions for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame have been announced a couple weeks ago. We didn't talk about it.
It happened while I was on vacation. Yeah.
Tina Turner's in, baby.
Speaking of the Foo Fighters.
Carole King, the Go-Go's, Jay-Z,
Yes.
the Foo Fighters, Todd Rundgren, a bunch of other people, LL Cool J, Randy Rhoads, Billy Preston, Charlie
Yeah.
Patton,
Yes.
and then Kraftwerk, and then Gil Scott Heron.
Oh
But
boy.
I don't know who those people are.
Oh boy. Brian
Who
O'Brien
are they?
O'Brien.
Who are they? Those last folks. I don't know who they are. Anyway, the Foo Fighters got in, which is cool. So, I'm they're going to be holding it later this year. Usually, it's like an August event.
Yes.
I think it's going to be later in the year. HBO usually
In
broadcasts
the performer category, like you said, Tina Turner, Carole King, the Go-Go's, Jay-Z, Foo Fighters, Todd Rundgren. The Early Influencer Award, Kraftwerk, Charlie Patton, Gil Scott Heron.
Okay.
And the Musical Excellence Award is LL Cool J, Billy Preston, Randy Rhoads. And then the Ahmet Ertegun Award is Clarence Avant.
Okay.
It's really the only like performers that were put in as performers without like awards wise is Tina Turner, Carole King, Go-Go's, Jay-Z, Foo Fighters, Todd Rundgren.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I don't get the Jay-Z thing, but that's
why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I
it's all music encompassing.
I know. Then call it the Music Hall of Fame and don't call it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I think it's just the name of it, but encompasses all music. Carole King's not rock and roll.
Well, you could say she's light rock.
No.
You consider her light rock and roll.
R&B maybe.
No.
There's a lot of folks who got in who are not considered rock. So rap.
I know. It's just one of those things. It's just kind of strange.
It's just a name, Mark. It doesn't mean it has to. I mean, it's sort of like the Golden Globes, where they call comedy or musical, and you get dramas not. Like for some strange reason, they don't change that category name.
Kraftwerk established the blueprint for modern electronic music.
Oh.
Without them, it simply would not exist.
Oh, well, look at that.
So there you go.
The more you know.
Yes.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Randy Rhoads was in wasn't he in Ozzy Osbourne's band there?
Yes.
Originally, yeah.
Yes.
I remember seeing a thing about an interview with Ozzy Osbourne talking about Randy Rhoads, and he was like, "Yeah, without Randy Rhoads, I wouldn't be alive right now." And
yeah,
it's kind of sad that he's not. So, which sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, it's cool. The Go-Go's, the Foo Fighters making it in. That's awesome.
I know.
I know there were a lot of bands that we thought would make it in that didn't.
Yeah.
So.
Let me close this. I got so many things open here. And then That's all I got for news today, Mark. That's it.
So here's the list of people who didn't make it in that were nominated.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, Kate Bush,
Yeah. Okay. I remember that.
Devo, Iron Maiden, Shaka Khan,
Yeah.
Fela Kuti, the New York Dolls, Rage Against the Machine, and Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
So they were the ones that didn't make it in.
I honestly, I agree with all the ones that made it in.
Yeah. And the Foo made it on their first time, and so did Jay-Z. And the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
So.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Any other news? I think we hit it all.
Yeah.
I think we did a show.
This also means Dave Grohl's a 2-time Hall of Famer. He's already in with Nirvana. So.
Yeah.
Same with Carole King and Tina Turner. Not for Nirvana, but they were in for other things.
They were all in Nirvana.
Yeah, they're all in Nirvana.
But that was, I mean, it's cool. I'm excited to watch that. Get some music.
Yeah, you should be excited to see Army of the Dead. Is what you should be excited about watching.
I'm going to watch it, and we'll talk about it next week. Are you going to watch M.O.D.O.K? M.O.D.O.K?
M.O.D.O.K? Yes.
Watch M.O.D.O.K?
I'll watch M.O.D.O.K.
M.O.D.O.K.
I'll watch M.O.D.O.K. if you actually watch Army of the Dead.
I will. How's Bad Batch going?
Bad Batch is good. Yeah, no, it's really good. I would suggest if you this episode that just happened, episode 4, a character from Mandalorian appears.
Baby Yoda?
Not Baby Yoda. No.
The Mandalorian?
Not the Mandalorian. But a character who was in this past season.
Luke?
No. Appears. So yeah, it's good. It's getting better. It's getting good. I like it.
Cool. I might wait for it to all come out. It's 16 episodes.
16 episodes, and the first one's like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot.
The rest of them are all like 20, 30 minutes. So
yeah.
But it's good.
Cool. It's good. It's good. All right, so everybody, don't forget we have the East of the River Comic Book Convention happening June 27th.
Yes.
Please join us for that. And we'll be back next week. I'll finally watch
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. And like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and Geekonomics. Just type in Geekonomics on Google. You'll just find us. We're there.
Yeah.
And keep watching us on Facebook, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See everybody. Enjoy Army of the Dead, Brian.
Oh, I will,
watch
Mark.
it.
I
so
will.
I can talk to you about it. Son of a gun.